Oh, over the top again. Nah, if that's you, swinging over the top all the time, it's absolutely debilitating. It's one of the hardest things to ever get rid of in golf. So what we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about two things we can do. One feel orientated, one drill to be able to guarantee get rid of that over the top forever. So I'm Jonathan Chown with JChownGolf at Crondon Park Golf Club in Essex. Please make sure you like, subscribe and hit the bell button, and we're going to make sure today that we get rid of this over the top for good, and I can guarantee it. So guys, first things first, to be able to understand what causes an over the top golf swing, we've got to know that before we target it with these two really easy, effective little drills. So what I most commonly see for people with over the top golf swings is really an overactive upper body in a downswing, so an out of sequence downswing. So we see them getting up to the top of their backswing, and we're seeing the upper body really firing first, raising and really getting over the top, so really overactive there. When we get extra active with that upper body, that club gets thrown on the outside. There you go for your over the top movement. So what we've got to do, we've got to ultimately calm down this upper body move. So we've got to get it so we're up the top of the backswing and that lower body's more leading, and that upper body is more hanging back for the ride, fixing the over the top move. So really the first little thing we're going to do to really fix this is the sequencing part of it. So what we need a wall here. So any wall at all. We need to be standing up behind it, so our back's to the wall. What we do here, we're training this sequence. So we're getting up to the top of our backswing here, and I'm going to let my club touch the wall. If I have an outer sequence upper body move, I am going to see how it detaches from the wall. We don't want that. That's my upper body firing first, like your over the top outer sequence. What we want to be turning in our downswing and sliding this club down the wall. You can hear, because it's metal, you can hear the club sliding down it a little bit. So again, see how I'm letting this club slide down the wall for the first portion. That's keeping my upper body quiet and letting my lower body go. So we go, one more there. There we go. We want that club to be sliding down whilst rotating. We can't just let our hands just fall right down whilst keeping our body static. We need to rotate as well whilst we're doing it. So this is the first key here, because we need that upper body to learn to stay quiet in that downswing and let the lower body fire. It's much easier to try and think of, let's say, this upper body staying more quiet than, let's say, the lower body firing too hard, because really that will keep us even more in an out of sequence thing. If we just think of, right, I know my upper body's going really hard, let me try and get my lower body even faster. Ultimately, they're both going to start working faster, so you're going to be even more out of sequence. Because your lower body isn't used to really doing too much, it's going to stay quite inactive, and if anything, you're just going to get way faster with your upper body. So having a drill here where we're just sliding that club down the wall really for that first little portion, and then rotating, we're going to be training in that better sequence. So that's first things first, guys. Let's do this drill, do a lot of it. So what we're going to do after that, we're going to have a good little drill to hit with balls, which is the best drill out there, to, let's say, train that over the top swing away with golf balls there. Doing these two together, you're never going to swing over the top again. So guys, what we can see there, easy drill to do to really feel the sequencing, the correct sequencing in a downswing. So that's making sure that your upper body is staying more passive, sliding down that wall with the club and rotating your body. The best way to really feel the correct way of doing this movement in a downswing to get rid of that over the top. So the thing to do with the ball. Now this is awesome. This is really, really good. So what we're going to need to do, yes, we're going to need to hit some balls, but we can't hit some balls whilst we're sliding down the wall. It's just not practical. We'll hit the wall on the other side. We won't be able to do it. So what we've got to do, we've got to devise a little kind of setup station type of thing here, to where if we come over the top, we know about it fast. So what I've got to do, I've got an upturned basket here, and I'm going to put an alignment stick out about a 45-degree angle or so. So if you were hitting balls in the grass range, just stick an alignment stick in the ground at 45 degree. So what we've got, I've got this basket probably set up about a grip's distance away from me and about a grip's distance away from the ball on the other side as well. So what we want to do, if we have our over the top swing here, we can see it's going to be blocking it. Even if I even slightly go over the top, I'm going to hit this stick, and we don't want that to happen. With these type of drills, our subconscious mind tries very, very hard to swing and miss these sticks, because one, it could cause pain. It definitely could. Most likely won't. but you just won't want to hit this stick. It's just your brain won't want you to do it. It won't want you to crash into it. So what have we got to do? We've got to swing, and that club has got to stay more behind us to be able to not hit that stick. So all we've got to think is swing underneath the stick, and then there we go, or over the top, and our sequencing naturally improves at the same time. How many things are we thinking here to really fix this over the top? One, and that's thinking of missing the stick. We're not thinking of all these positions coming down. If we miss this stick, we'll get into the positions. So let me swing one here. I mean, this is really quite challenging. So let me swing one, really trying to keep underneath that stick. Yeah, I mean, I really kept underneath that, probably to the way my backswing was quite flat as well at the same time. So we can make this as easy or as hard as we want by moving this ball more and more underneath that stick. So if we keep it here so it's just blocking this over the top move, then we just got to get reps in it. We just got to get reps. Just got to think, if we're going underneath this stick, our upper body is going to stay way more quiet. I mean, I've hit 2 pure draws there. Your upper body is going to be in better sequence. It's not going to be firing so hard, because if you do that, you're going to hit the stick. So here we go, one more ball, really swinging underneath. It's real simple stuff here, guys. Golf's as easy or as hard as we want it. This is making it easier. This is making practice easier as well. So one more, swinging underneath the stick. There you go, nice pure draw again. So 2 easy steps here, guys, to fix that over the top. We want to have a drill without a golf ball to feel the perfect sequence. So that's getting yourself up with a wall behind us, getting that club sliding down that wall whilst rotating. That's going to get this upper body way quieter and not overactive. The second one is a drill which will get us to do that instinctually with the ball there. Instinctively, you're going to be able to get that club falling a little bit more behind you, and that upper body to be less firing, less overactive in a downswing. Simple stuff. Swing underneath the stick. It's daunting, it's difficult, but it's got to feel like that for your body to have that reaction of going, I don't want to hit it, I've got to swing underneath it. It will do the sequencing naturally with this drill, just to avoid the stick. So guys, very easy, 2 simple things there. If you like that video, please like, please subscribe and press that bell button to be notified every time when I put up a video. Really simple way to approach this. You're going to be doing everything you can. You can practice at home, and then you can practice at the range with this as well. If you can do both of them at the same time, brilliant. Give yourself a little bit of time to practice this, and I can promise you and guarantee you in a few months time of having good practice with this, you'll never swing over the top again.